countering your body's natural tendency. Good morning, team. Thanks for checking in for the Next Kilograms Kilometers podcast, and this is our next exercise highlight or technical tip. And for those of you who have been, kind of utilizing or following our programs, landmine exercises or variations of them is something that I think are completely undervalued, underutilized, and definitely something that we try and incorporate, or I try and incorporate into a lot of the programs. One, because of the way it helps develop the unilateral work or unilateral strength and development, but two, for me, I see it more as a direct transfer of that strength into, should we say, just more or less real-world application. I know early on in the coaching career, somebody did a demonstration of, putting somebody against the wall and then having them step away and try and replicate that same pressing motion or strength, and they couldn't do it because they didn't know how to create that stability and that force within, or that tension within the trunk in order to generate that power. And I think landmine does that. You kind of have to work against the external load, but then you also have to create that stability within yourself to create that force to push it away if you're doing, let's say, pushes or presses, for example. So if you're doing a single arm landmine press, right, let's say right arm, for example, the tendency is going to be that as you lower that down, your right shoulder is going to tend to kind of rotate back or twist back with that load, right, which is going to kind of create that rotational tension, and then they're going to try and rotate and drive that right shoulder forward as if, let's say, a shot put kind of motion. But rather, and this is about, again, working holistically, getting that transfer, is that you almost want to imagine as that right hand is lowering down, that right shoulder is kind of rotating forward towards the hand to meet the hand, so you're countering that natural tendency and the gravity, which is wanting to kind of twist backwards. Creates a little more tension, creates a little more force. Are you able to do as much weight? Maybe not. You might have to take 5 or 10 pounds off, but as I always like to say, if we're stronger with that 5 or 10 fewer pounds, then the transfer going across, right, we actually get more benefit out of it as opposed to compensating all the time. So that's I can imagine it's a little confusing to get the visual of it, to picture that, to get the mental picture. But next time you're trying that out, right, hopefully you'll get a sense of what we're talking about in terms of that rotation, the natural tendency to just rotate back. But give it a shot. If you have any questions, or if you try it out and you're not quite sure, then hit us up, email a video, or hit us up on WhatsApp. Send a video, we'll check it out. We'll send some comments.